Hey Pisces, I'm Treya with Abundant Life Divination, and this is going to be your month ahead reading for November 2022. Now, the area of life that Spirit wants you to focus on for the upcoming month is work. So let's grab an oracle card and see what energy is surrounding this reading for you guys. What energy is surrounding my Pisces collective for the month of November? And what we have for you is peace. Okay, we're off to a nice little calm start here for you guys. So for my Pisces collective, what this sounds like so far is that when it comes to your work life, how you sort of make money, your vocation, your trade, whatever it is, that there's a sense of calm that is either needed or is coming in for you. So I will say that it took me a little bit of time to do your reading because I was relaxing. I was doing a whole lot of absolutely nothing, and it felt very nice. Now, I'm not going to start this reading off by saying that you need to do nothing when it comes to making money, but there's a sense of releasing stress or, not being too anxious about it. There's very much a feeling of letting things flow, letting things unfold, doing things in your own time and your own pace and figuring out what works for you, what actually makes you feel good in terms of making money. So let's jump into some tarot and see what's going on. And we're going to start first by taking a peek at what your energy is coming into November. And what we have for you is the Devil in reverse. So Pisces, we're actually starting off on a pretty good note right now because when the Devil's upright, it signifies bad habits, addictions, like things you do that aren't necessarily in your best interest. So it feels like you're coming in with a very clean energy, right? There's not a whole lot of chaos that's around you. You're not doing things to sort of damage yourself. You're not doing things to stress yourself out. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this looks like a pretty stable thing that's happening for you when it comes to work or making money. The Ace of Pentacles, when it's upright, is typically about, something new that's coming in that has to do with stability, that has to do with material wealth. It's something that's tangible. So coming into November, there is a very sort of stable feeling, like there's nothing really happening, good, bad, or otherwise. Everything is sort of status quo. Things are pretty quiet for you, Pisces, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. If you're not particularly seeking change, then that's the energy that you're coming into November with. Now, something that you might think about leaving behind or moving past, we have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is really a card of moving beyond rough patches into a much calmer space. And so I think that if you have had some issues in your workplace that have been stressful or have caused you anxiety or otherwise have just not been a very pleasant experience, it looks as though you either are moving or have already pretty much moved past that energy. So like I said, this reading right now is feeling relatively neutral for you. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And I think that this might be a byproduct of you not engaging with other people. And that's not to say that you are out here being a loner or you're out here being antisocial. You're not being a good teammate or a colleague or partner or whatever the situation is. But it really feels as though you have sort of, whether it was your choice or someone else's choice, decided that, you know what, it's probably best if I just sort of leave this person alone or leave this team alone, leave these people alone, and, kind of focus on doing what it is that you have to do. So maybe for a few of you, there has been a situation where maybe you had some sort of chatty person, maybe there was a gossip that was, going around your job, creating a lot of this extra stress and whatnot that were just kind of disturbing your peace. And you have made the decision, or it was kind of put upon you that, you know what, you're just not going to engage with this person. So there feels like a bit of a separation that's happening here, which is a good thing, right? This, when it comes to your work environment, you want it to be something that you actually enjoy, right? You don't want to engage in any chaos. You don't want to engage in any petty gossip that sort of takes your focus off of what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So I think that if there were challenges that were happening for you, or there are currently challenges, those are going to be over pretty quickly. Now, how you can get the most out of this month, we have the Hermit in reverse. So the Hermit is someone who kind of keeps to themselves. They're on their own path. They're searching for their own answers. And I think that as you have sort of distanced yourself from this chaotic energy, that now is the time for you to start re-engaging with people who are actually on the same path as you are, who kind of look at work or making money in the same way that you do, right? They're about their business. They're not about, doing all of this shenanigans and he said, she said, and oh my God, did you hear about such and such and blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's not what I'm here for. Here to do my job. I'm here to make my money. You need to go on about your business. And so I feel like Spirit is saying that now that you've seen this side of this person or this group of people, that you understand that they're not about the same things that you are. And perhaps now that you have reached a new level of discernment when it comes to engaging with people, that it's now time for you to not cut everybody off, right? Just whoever it is that was causing this drama in your workplace. Now it's time for you to get out and engage with people who are more aligned with the things that you want to do. So this could be taking on projects with different people. If you have your own business, this could be bringing in a partner or a collaborator or something like that who, has the same sort of vision and attitude that you do towards work. And we also have that clarified by the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is my watcher card, right? This is someone who doesn't necessarily jump right out there. They're not really offering much. They're sort of observing. And I think in the context of your reading, Pisces, that this is you taking a look around and seeing who you can actually work with in a productive manner that's not going to bring all of this drama that you've experienced before. So super peaceful energy. It feels like you are really setting your boundaries, for the next month. Now, something related to your journey that you should explore into November, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Things are going to feel a little bit stagnant, right, for a little while, because the Six of Wands, when it's upright, is all about victory. It's about recognition. It's about accomplishment. And I think for a little bit, at least for the next month, you're going to feel as though you're just kind of floating along, right? There's nothing crazy that's happening. I don't want to say that you're a cog in the wheel, but it's like you're really putting your head down and you are just sort of moving forward, trying to figure things out, trying to get out of this chaotic energy into something that's a little more peaceful. We have this clarified by the King of Cups and the Page of Cups in reverse. And so what it feels like is that with this transition, I'm not going to say that people are gunning for you, right? But I do think that people are going to notice this shift that you have when it comes to preserving your peace in the way that you make money, again, whether it's your job, whether you have your own business. But I do also think that with this Hermit in reverse and the Page of Swords, you watching and sort of taking inventory and putting yourself back out there to meet people and engage and work with those folks who are more aligned with what it is that you want, you're going to start seeing people stepping up. And it's not going to be something huge. It's going to be more of a sense of, oh, yeah, you know what? I was thinking the exact same thing. Let's talk about this a little bit more. Let's see what we might be able to do. But understand that also you taking a step back from the folks who were not lending themselves to your peace in the workplace may be a little bit upset. So, the things that they say, the things that they might sort of send out your way, like, oh my God, Pisces think they better than we are and blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about that. They're just not on the same path. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means that you have two different areas of focus when it comes to your business, right? So with the Page of Cups, I do feel like there are going to be people around that you may not have engaged with, that you might not have worked with before, that, are also looking for the same things that you are. Now, something to be mindful of for the month, we have Justice in reverse. So, this is going to feel a little bit uncertain to you, right? And I think that things might be a little unresolved in your mind, but this is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Because you're shifting out of this stressful energy, that has been brought about by people who, again, are not aligned with the vision that you have for making money. So coming out of this quiet place and being more observant, being more discerning, I think is going to feel a little bit unsettling to you. It's going to feel a little bit uncertain what the path forward looks like. I think at the core of it, Pisces, all you want to do is make sure that you maintain your peace. And that's not a bad thing. We have that clarified by the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is pretty cutting energy. It's someone who is very blunt. It is someone who does not sort of mince their words. They will tell you exactly what is on their mind. They're very intellectual. And when they say something, it's something that they mean. So, something to be mindful of this month is making sure that your work boundaries are still intact. That if someone comes to you with any of this chaos, with any drama, with any gossip, with anything that is unrelated to you making your money, I think that you're going to have to be quick to shut it down so that you won't fall back into the place where you were before. And you'll be able to sort of open up space for these new people to come in. And so, if somebody tries to bring the chaos to you, be like, you know what? Yeah, I don't really want to hear that. No, thank you. Not here for that. I'm good. But enjoy the rest of your day. That's what I feel the energy is coming on. It's very zen, but it's very, very firm. Like, I don't sense any anger. I don't sense any BS that's surrounding this. It's just you saying, listen, I don't want this drama when I'm trying to make my money. Like, that's the last thing that I want. And so I think that you're going to have to be mindful about expressing that to the people who try and bring you back into this former energy. Now, Spirit has a message for you, and they say, express your joy. So I do think that misery loves company. And more often than not, when people take time to sort of gossip and, say not so great things about other people or speculate on their lives or whatever the situation is, that they're not particularly happy with their own lives, where they have to focus on somebody else. So I feel like Spirit is saying, now that you have reached this place of calm, make sure that you let people know it. Rise above, right? And you don't have to do it in a mean way. You can do it with a smile on your face. Be like, you know what? I'm good. I don't need to hear that. Thank you. Got enough goodness going on in my life. I don't need this negativity. So Pisces, overall, this is a pretty good energy for you guys for November, especially when it comes to what you do making money. It feels as though you are sort of hitting a reset button, that you are rediscovering your calm, that you are rediscovering the joy that you have for doing the job it is that you do. You're going to start shifting your engagement from people who don't necessarily have that same feeling to people who are very much interested in the same things that you are. And I think that you will find some new collaborators that will help propel you forward. So even if things feel a little quiet right now, even if they feel a little stagnant, even if they are peaceful, expect that to shift even more in a positive direction, where you'll start seeing some movement, you'll start seeing some traction, and you'll start bringing in people who want the same things that you do. So that's what I got for you, Pisces. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you on the next one.